Okay.
Yeah.
That's really exciting to actually have you in studio. I know it's not your first time here, but then we'd like to just break down what's the space of the youth, especially when it comes to inter-party wars, but not only inter-party wars, but of course, what's
Even
our
intra.
what's our stake
Yeah.
really on the national conversation, even the national dialogue. We are not there, so I believe that there's number of things that we can actually break down and have a conversation about.
I'll begin maybe from young people don't often think of party politics. Think of politics from like the national level and election time. What would you say would be like a good incentive to give young people to get into party politics? Because that's really where it begins, right?
Yeah, I think for the UK now, because we are having grassroots elections. Yeah, so that gives young people an opportunity also to vie for those positions. Those are the least, the smallest level you can get into politics. But I also encourage politics in the unis and in the high schools. Those are some of the grounds that you can start managing yourself as a leader, and I don't see innovation leadership centers in the country. We complain about MCAs who are young people are not doing well, and then we condemn all the young people in leadership positions.
True. Yeah.
But there are no clear paths how they were mentored, how they get to understand what they're doing. All of us are running for office because of the incentives. The paycheck is good, the influence is good. So we need to just get to see how to mentor young people into politics. Because either way we'll get into this space. If you don't get when you're young, you'll get when you're old, because these old guys are transitioning. They're leaving the space. So it's better when we are well packaged. When you're getting into those positions, you know why you're getting there. Yeah,
I'll say like money is a really big incentive, not even incentive, of course, determiner of whether someone will get into political office a lot of the times, even sometimes within the parties. And then that puts like young people at a disadvantage, because often, your pocket is not that big the younger you are. So are there ways in which, these young people who are transitioning from campus politics or, grassroots politics into now, party political level, is there a way to make sure that, their lack of finances doesn't hinder them from becoming leaders?
Yeah, historically, this was deliberate to keep young people away from politics, because the energy that young people have getting into this space, and most of the time we are hungry for change. But the systems, politics was made to be a retirement plan. If you look at most of these guys, they make their money. Once they make their money, they come back and say, now I see I can do something for you.
Yes.
But I don't think that should be the case. I think this should be a plan where somebody has 20, 30 years to plan their career path. When you plan your career path, you make sure that you don't make any mistakes along the way. But if you retire and you want to get into politics, you don't care. You've made your money. You don't care whether you do 1 term or 2 terms.
Yeah.
But when young people can't get into those spaces, it either makes you or breaks you.
It's all about legacy.
Yeah. So I think money has been a big drive.